Alrighty, volume check, testing, 1, 2, 3. I gotta build this. Can I speak English? I gotta build this fireplace. Actually, we're going to assemble it, and but I need to figure out the chimney parts first. The flue pipe parts, and this one's not as easy as you might think it would be. I mean, it's pretty simple, but I thought since I was messing around here, I would just show you how I might do this. And I know that we framed this 8 feet out to out. Is that 4.5? So really that'll work. So what I thought I'd do is draw this in 2 dimensions just up here to start out with. Just draw the floor line across here, and then I'm going to draw this in 2D first, and then if I run out of time, at least I know what parts I need to do. So what I'm going to do is just draw this basic outline here. Now let me get my stud wall in. I know this wall is 14 feet tall. So I'm just going to draw it like this. And I'm just kind of drawing the wall diagrammatically for now. And that's 8 feet out to out. Yeah. So the reason this is a little, it's not complicated, but the fireplace is actually going to sit, get straight down here on this side, and then we're going to have a wood box over here. But when I did the floor plan, I was guessing kind of it just from the history. I allowed 4 feet in here, but it's only 42 inches, which is actually more common. So I'm trying to get my monitor straightened up here. I bumped it. And does that mess up my camera? Nope, good. Alright, so this wood box, let's just draw the box itself, is 49 5/8 by 50.5. So 49 5/8. What did I do? I've got my keyboard kind of down here underneath my laptop because I have a bigger monitor. Sometimes I have to kind of reach under and figure things out. So that would be 49 5/8 and then 50.5. So let's just draw this over here for a second. So that would be 25 1/4, 25.25, 25.25. That's our basic box. Actually, I want to make this a group because is that going to mess up my? No, good. It copied it. Okay, so just to kind of make it look like a fireplace for now, I know that he told me that it's 6 inches down here. Let me go edit this group. There we go. Just to kind of show the firebox, it's 6 inches, and then it's 28.5. I can see 28.5, and he said it was about 13 inches left over. That's 15. So that's the part that you can see. 13. She said it was 13. Yeah, that makes sense. So, and then there's 4 inches on each side of metal. So the actual viewing area of the firebox is like that. Okay, so that just gives you an idea of that. And then what we can do is I'm going to draw this pipe. What I have to do, and this is why I made this a group, is I got to move this fireplace over to here, this side, and let me get rid of some of these, all these guidelines. So the fireplace has got to go over on this side, and then obviously we'll frame in. But what I need to do is take the chimney out the middle, right? So if I go to the middle of this, I got to get over to there. And it's funny, it's not as much as I thought it was going to be. He gave me all the dimensions of the pipe, so we shall see. But I want to get this a little accurate, because so 55.5 is to the top of that sleeve coming out. I don't like having random pieces sticking out up here. I've seen people who literally, they would miscalculate the height and their cap is sticking way up here. And I've already got this part of the chimney at the 2 foot, 10 foot rule. So I only have to come up high enough to get the cap on. You know, a little bit, maybe 6 or 12 inches of pipe, and then the cap. But I don't want to go putting a bunch of pipe sticking up. It's going to look nasty. Besides that, we're going to have a chimney cap that goes over the top of it. So it's 55.5. 5.5. And why does that look weird? 49 5/8. Something that's not. 55.5. 59.25. So it has these little ears. These little triangular things are metal, and that's where your header goes. The header of your fireplace will go. And why is that doing that? That's weird. Why is that not snapping to that? The header of your fireplace will go right here, and that's on a different plane. So, that's weird. Anyway, don't want to get sidetracked here. And I know that pipe is 13 inches. So if I have a line in the middle and I go 6.5, 6.5, that looks like it's sticking up too far to me, because I've put in a bunch of these, and I think this is just a matter of, it doesn't actually stick up that far. There's some other metal that comes up here. See this stuff right here? There's like a guard or something, or there's like a flange around it or something. This is back though. This is not. This part is back. It's not on the face of this. The only thing that's out on the face is this outer perimeter border, and that's what you see. The rest of it's all behind the wall. So this is probably sticking up maybe 3 inches. Yeah. So this probably does something like this. Let's just line it up with something. It probably. We'll line it up with that. That'll look good. It probably does something like this. Something like that. Yeah. And that's more what I'm used to. I'm used to it sticking up out of there about 3 to 4 inches. Yeah, 2 15/16. I was close. And so let's get rid of some of these guidelines. Drives me nuts when they get to be too many. Now, what we can do is start to figure out our pipe. Okay, so the pipe comes in 6, 12, 18, 36, and 48. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off thinking I can do a 12-inch piece, because I don't like the 6-inch pieces. Right, so now I got to do what I think I'm going to do is do the pipe in their own groups. And the reason I'm going to do that is because because I want to be able to draw them. I'm going to draw them three-dimensionally eventually. So I'm going to make that a group. Okay, so that's its own little pipe. Okay. I should have left it alone. So now this the transition piece, or it's 6 3/4. I had them measure this for me. They're like, what's wrong with you, ArtisanTony? 6.75 up, and then it goes at 30 degrees. Let's see, got a little compass here, our protractor, 30, and that's got to go to well, let's see, yeah, then it's 13 inches. Is it 13 inches? Yeah, 13 inches this way. And then she said it was overall was 13 3/4. Which doesn't, oh, well, okay, so if that was the overall height, I don't know. I'm just going to draw it like this for now. And is that 13 inches? That's 13, and this is 13. I don't know how this can be 6 3/4 and then this only be 13 inches overall. This is why I was asking them. Well, I guess what it means is technically this part would have to come all the way back. See, that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, even if it was like right there, it would be, I don't think she knew what I was asking her whenever, when I was asking her what's the overall height of the, I'm getting, you know, like 18 inches. If this is 6 3/4, so, oops, I messed that up, didn't I? I don't think it, I think it's going to be more like, from what I remember, this, just from installing these things, this is more like that. Well, let's see. It's like, it would be, it's whatever would make these two legs the same. So if I ran this out, oops. Oops. I'm going to leave off that leg for now, because this has to be 13, and then this is whatever. Oh, this one. So what I'm thinking is it's like half and half. Like if I made this 3, if I made this 3. And then I made this 3. Then this should be down here. Let me get rid of some of these guidelines because I'm getting a little whacked out here. That's still 15.5 inches. And then if I made this 2, see, so what's the height difference? I know what to do. Now I'll measure the difference between here and there. So 1 inch, so 2.5. So if I move this up, does that work that way? If I move this up to a half, it doesn't exactly work that way, no. Because this is at an angle, so you can't just go raising it up. What was this? Yeah. What is this? 2.5. This is 2.5. 2.25. I'm not sure I'm trusting what. I don't mean to be mean to her, but I don't think I'm trusting this because. See, I gotta go down. I gotta go like to 2 1/8. But see, then this would be 2 1/8. Oops. Well, it would go from here to there. That's pretty close. I'm still not convinced. Oops. I thought that line was by itself. Don't really need that. Let's see if anybody's watching. Hey, Richard, how's it going? Let me call this guy. And I realize this is a cylinder, but still, it should work out. Hey, it's Tony again. I just had one more question about these elbows.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what she was measuring 6 3/4 on that, but for some reason, are they?
That's one elbow at a time, not both of them hooked together. You know, to give you the breakover portion of it.
I was just what I was asking was I'm trying to draw one elbow as a part.
Right, and that's what she was measuring, one elbow.
Well, if you raise that leg up 6 what was it? 6, whatever she said, 6 3/4, and then you go 30 degrees, you go 13 inches. It's much taller than what she said, 13 3/4. It's taller than 13 3/4 if you go up. If you go up 6 3/4 and then you go 30 degrees with 13-inch pipe, then it's taller than that.
Well, hang on. How she measured it is one elbow on the floor, and the high part of it, she measured, and then the low part, she gave you the second time. That's one elbow sitting on the floor before they're hooked together.
Right, and I'm just talking about one elbow. Let's forget about two elbows right now.
Right. Right. One elbow.
The absolute height of it, if it's sitting on the floor,
right,
was 13.5 inches.
On one side, yes. On the higher side of the curve.
I mean, the pipe is 13 and the pipe is 13 inches wide, right?
Yeah.
So how could it only be 13 inches tall if it was a 30 degree elbow?
Hang on.
I mean, the pipe is that tall, so elbow's going to have to be taller,
Well, the elbow is 13 inches across.
right?
And when you measure on the high side of the elbow, it's 13.
I guess we're not talking about the same dimension. I'm talking about the absolute most tallest part. If have you?
That's how I'm measuring it. And it's 13 and 3, roughly 13 and 3/4. That's on the seam, how it seams on the elbow.
No, see, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual height of the entire assembly of the elbow. But
One elbow.
yeah, I don't guess you can. Can you text me a picture of what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Because part of this is I'm trying to get these accurate in my CAD system so I can use them in the future, and I don't have to worry. I don't have to bug you by calling you like this, right?
See.
So
She's going to take a picture of it out here on the floor. Or I'm going to take a picture of it. One of us will.
because I don't if you just laid 13-inch pipe on the floor, it would be 13 inches tall. I don't see how an elbow has to be taller than that.
Well, she's going to take a picture of it. I don't want to look way the phone. You won't be able to hear me. She's going to measure. She's going to measure the two.
I mean, if the elbow's 13 inches tall, the little legs can only be like 2 inches or something. You know.
Hang on a minute. Hold on. Let me get your phone over here so she can. I'm going to put a tape on it as she takes the picture, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to walk away from our phone. My phone's on speaker. My office phone's on speaker, so.
Okay. Are you sure those are 30 degree angles?
Yeah, these are 30-degree regulars. I'm going to have her send you a picture of the box as well. The box that they come in. Sticker on the box. Hang on a minute.
I swear they look like less than 30 degrees. They look like 22 and a half to me.
Okay, she just sent them to you. She's having it in a second. It's a 727 area code. I don't have a local phone number.
So it doesn't do what I thought it did. It's just like it's like they take a round pipe and crimp it or bend it so it just turns in a radius or something.
That's how they're 30, these are 30 degree. Now this is different than my triple wall pipe that they use because the elbows are different on that, but that's how these are.
I must be remembering the other elbows that you're talking about because I don't remember these. Look at the way they got the crimp in them.
Right, that's right.
So they don't like take pipe and cut it and slice it at 30-degree angles and put them back together like an elbow. It's like it's bent almost.
Right. Yeah. That's
Okay.
how this manufacturer does it.
All right, so I know what to do now.
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right, bye. It's weird. I'll see if I can show it in the camera. That's different from the ones we've used in the past. So that's part of the problem. And I knew something was weird about it. So that means if I had a center line, let's get it straightened up here. And let me get rid of this. Since this is not correct, let's just get rid of all this, because what it's going to be is it's going to be this. But in my defense, that isn't 6 inches. She's talking about when she's talking about 6 3/4. That was where that was the height of this. Somehow I gotta get this. I gotta get it in close so I can offset. Let's see. Can I offset this? Yeah. Like that. So once she's I mean, what it looks like in the pictures, it does something like this. Oh man, what is that doing now? Why is that doing that? Okay, it is coplanar. I mean, it looks something like that, but that's weird looking. It's not, that's weird looking. This looks natural, but this thing, oh, she said it's 13 3/4. What I need to know is this offset right here.
Good afternoon, American Hide and Patio.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question, and I'm going to leave you alone for the rest of the day.
Okay.
I promise. The offset, the offset. I'm trying to figure out what the offset would be, like, how far it pushes the pipe over, like, because now I'm trying to do these radiuses, and I'm realizing they're not the same radius. So, if I knew the offset to the, because say, imagine if you're looking straight on at the pipe, I need to go to the left. So, how far off to the left does that elbow push the pipe?
Let me set them on top of one another. I don't want to snap them together, but let me see if I can set them on top of one another. All right.
Oh, so you can just measure off the lower pipe, or?
Well, what I'm gonna do is put them together, set them on top of one another. I'm not gonna snap them together. I'll never get them apart.
Right.
I want to set them on top of one another just to see how far it is. One's gonna break over, and the other one I'm gonna set on top. It's gonna make it to go look like it's going back straight up. You understand what I'm saying? Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
You see how the bottom of the elbow protrudes out past the base?
Yes.
That's the offset I'm talking about.
The bottom of the elbow.
Okay, so if the way you got him sitting on the floor in the picture.
Hold on a minute. Let me get the picture back up. Hold on. Okay.
You see the picture on the left, or the elbow on the left?
Yeah.
You see how the bottom of the top opening is hanging over the bottom, what,
Right.
3 inches or something?
Yeah.
Because
You want to know?
yeah, the only way I can get the pipe in the middle is if I know that offset. Because if I don't
Go ahead. Go ahead.
if I don't account for that offset, I'm not going to be able to get the pipe in the middle of the chimney.
So all you want to know is it's the one sitting on the lighter carpet, and want to see how far it's sticking out from the bottom. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I would consider the offset of the pipe.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's see. I
Yeah.
don't know if this is gonna be right, but let's see. Where the hell is it? Hold on a second.
I still think it's weird. I still think they look like they're flatter than 30. It's weird, especially the one on the right looks like it's flatter than 30 degrees. But I trust you. And it doesn't really matter. That doesn't really matter so much as the offset. Uh,
You don't want no piece in between it.
it's really, all you really have to do is take a measuring tape and butt it into the bottom and see how far it hangs over.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, now give me another tape measure to see that there.
Because, see, in effect, that's adding to the length of the pipe I put in between them.
You're going to pipe out. From the bottom of this here, after you make the mic sheet, we need that down a little. Straight up, you gotta go straight up. 6 inches from the bottom out, with the tape measure straight up.
6 inches?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a picture of it.
Well, that,
She's gonna take another picture.
holy cow, everything is weird in this photograph because it looks like it's nowhere near 6 inches. It looks like it's like 3 or...
Well, if you cut straight down, it's like 4.5 inches right from the pipe. She's gonna take a picture of it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was 6, yeah.
Every goddamn phone sucks. Trust me, it won't work. Yeah, you should have it. Well, in a second.
Yeah, something doesn't...
Was that the number you want? I mean, that how you want it? Like that?
Yeah,
Is that what you were asking about? Is that what you mean? That's what you're talking about?
yeah. I mean, that's it, but I just don't... It doesn't make sense in the drawing, so I guess I'm just going to have to kind of give up on the... But didn't you say that point was also 6 3/4 off the ground?
Yeah, let me take the top off in a second.
It comes out to be 7. It's just weird looking in the drawing.
It's like 6 3/4. Yeah, 6 3/4. Now, like I said, those two caps, those two pipes weren't snapped into one another now. And you got about an inch there when you snap them together.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I can get it within an inch, I'll be doing good. It just looks... If you could see my drawing, you'd agree with me. It looks weird, but I guess I think what it is there's a I'm just not drawing the little rim around it. So, all right. Well, I think I've probably spent too much time on that anyway.
Okay.
I should be able to get it close enough now. All right. Thank you.
Let me know later today if you want what pipe you need so I can have it all together.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Bye. It's just frustrating to me that you can't just draw a simple radius in this work. Because, I mean, it's like, based on their dimensions, this is supposed to be right there. And then this is supposed to be at 13.75. Which is close. So, I don't know. I just don't trust that little... It's almost like there's supposed to be a little hooky-doo here at like 90-degree angles, or a 90-degree angle, like that, and it comes down an inch, because those pipes slide together. So if it comes down 1, and then does this radius. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. The main thing is I need this offset. So now if I make this, I gotta have me a line across here, because now I can make this. Well, I drew a line there, and that didn't want to cooperate because this is a block. I mean, it's a group. So I need a line across here, and I don't know why that wasn't cooperating. This spam. Hello.
Hey, this is James with Installation Unlimited.
Yeah.
I was calling, see where you called in. Wanted to come have a look at some walls for you.
Yeah.
Was wondering if I can come by tomorrow and take a look at those and get some measurements so we can get your quotes sent over.
Yeah.
Do you necessarily have to be there, or is it unlocked? Can I get in?
No, it's unlocked. I don't have to be there.
Okay. And you just want just the basic, whatever, get your passcode?
Well, it has to be. It's got a 2x6 walls, right? So it's got to be R19.
Yes, correct. Just wasn't sure if maybe you wanted any like sound walls or anything like that. You just want the basic exterior walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are going to need some. We are going to need some. Blocking around at the fireplace.
Right.
So that's the only thing extra I can think of.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll get you put down. I'll probably just swing by there about 9 o'clock in the morning. Get something together and maybe get it sent over to you that evening.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. You too. Thanks. Bye. You can see why I'm skeptical about this whole thing, because, and I'm going to document this when I actually put this together. Something, the 30-degree thing isn't making any sense. I'm going to guess I need an 18-inch. So I'm just going to draw a. I promise you, I think it's more like 22 and a half. 22 and a half would be half of 45. Yeah, see, I don't get it. Because this is, that's 30 degrees. We'll copy this over here. And I'll show you why I don't get it. This is why I don't get it. That's why I don't get it. And, I mean, it doesn't even, the measurements don't even make it look like a real, real elbow or whatever. So then if I had this going back the other way, does that even get it? This will be the true test right here. If it doesn't make it go back vertical, then I'll know they're lying to me. Watch it be horizontal here. Well, it makes sense because well, I don't believe I got lucky. Look at that. Now alright, so what it is this, it's the shapes that are not, there's probably no way to get the shape exactly right. This is not right. That's 13. Yeah, this should be, let's take this and get rid of that. This should be, let's just draw our own radius. So I can eyeball it better than this compass can do the radius. Not really, but I think my radius looks better. looks more real. So I'm gonna get rid of this one and copy this one because I like mine better. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and then I'll fix it whenever I get it there. Because I know this is 90 degrees, so I know that has to work. Now, what's funny about this is, I mean, it literally is going to work out if I just use that 18-inch piece that I see on the list here. Now I've got 3 footers. Oh, I got 4 footers. Let's do a 4-footer. 48 by 13. I'll just make that a pipe. I'm not straight up and down, am I? Let's make that a group first. Now, this is the whole point right here. So the whole point of this was trying to get these offsets. Because see, each time you enter in these 30-degree angles, they push it this way, and then you got the length of this pipe that pushes it that way. So it just turns out that an 18 inches is probably going to be close enough, because if I went to 12, let's just make this a 12-inch piece, and we'll see how that does. 12 by 13. That's going to be not far enough. So this is like, I think this is acceptable. Yeah, that's only an inch off the center, so I know the 12 inch is going to make it worse than that. I can tell just by feeling it. So if I move this and this down here, see, that's more than an inch off the center. Okay, so we're not going to worry about that piece. We might need this piece at the top though. So now let's try a 3-foot piece, because now I'm guessing again. Let's do 36 by 13, and we'll make that a group like that. That's a little tall. $18. This is easy to do, so I'm just going to make me another 18-inch piece. I'm looking over here to see which direction so 18 by 13. Which number? Sometimes it acts funny and it wants you to put the vertical dimension in second. Yeah, see, that's not going to... Well, I could do an 18. Let's see. I know what to do. Well, 36 doesn't do me any good here. That's 48. What I could do, they have a 6-inch piece. Or they have a, what was this? That was the 18, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the 18. And I could put a 12-inch on top of this. Yeah. I could make myself a 12-incher here. The Space Store, Valentine's Day. Oh, I ordered some patches from the Space Store one time. The Space Store. 18 by, is this the, which is the narrow? Okay, so 8. What did I say? 12 by 13. So if I put this up there, make group. Yeah, that helps me, because see, I still got to put a cap on top. So this was an 18. That's a 12. This is the 30. That's a 48. I was saying it said 4'2" or something. That was weird. And then you'll have the cap sticking out. So that's it. Now that took longer than I thought, so I'm not gonna draw draw it in 3 dimensions. I'll do that later because I have a meeting at 1:30. But this is like the cut sheet. That's the plan view of it, and we got her figured out. So I know that was probably painful to watch, but I just thought I'd turn it on, stream it. So let's see if we have any other. Oh, look, we got y'all came in at the last second. My guess is 6 inches. What's going to keep the little green men from coming? Oh, Daniel, you always got to be smarty pants, don't you? Well, shotguns maybe that'll keep them from coming down. Let's see. I'm worried for the flat man at Christmas. Oh, the fat man. Christmas getting stuck in the pipe. Oh, well, I mean, the old flue pipes weren't any bigger. That's what was always funny. I remember when I was a teenager and I started getting into construction, because I've been in construction for, 45 years. And I remember, because back in the day we had masonry chimneys that we worked on. And I always thought, how did Santa Claus ever get down? I didn't really think that because my parents weren't, we were brought up in the Southern Baptist Church, so I was never taught that Santa Claus was real. So, but I always thought to myself, boy, nobody could get down that chimney. Not even the skinniest person I knew. I feel like the pipe through the roof is leaving you wide open for some problems. Well, it has to go through the roof, Daniel. Yeah, they get a cap on them. If you go to the front elevation, do I have it drawn? Front elevation. See, originally we were going to do 2 fireplaces, right? We were going to have one in the basement and one, and this was actually going to be a lot more complicated than it is now, because she decided to put a gas fireplace. But when she decided to put and this is not right. I was going to have flue pipe coming up, and there'll be. But what job is that we have a? Well, if I just go back to the second floor plan here, I can get a cap pretty easy. If I go to, I'll show you the one that's really close to what we put on. It's like this one's pretty close. That's in 3 dimensions, and this is in 2 right now. But they make them, big enough, obviously, they make them bigger. So anyway, I'm just playing around. It's also taller than this part's also a little taller. But anyway, that's why I didn't want this sticking out of the roof a lot. I mean, out of the chimney box a lot, because this piece has got some height to it. I was going to actually call him, but I've already called him 3 times today, and now I'm embarrassed to call him again. But my pipe had special pipe to mount to the roof too. They don't really mount to the roof. They go through the roof, and we actually have metal plates with a hole in it that keeps it separated. Like you have to have a 2-inch airspace or separation from all the wood, an inch all the way around, so it ends up being a 2-inch bigger hole than the pipe size. But there's a metal shield that goes down up against any kind of wood, and then that's what I was just talking to the insulation guy about, fire blocking. What you have to do is between the floors, if I turn on I don't have the wood framing drawn in this house, but this floor down here, it goes all the way down to the first floor, so we have to have fire blocking between this floor, and then we have to have it where the roof goes through about, the wall comes up to 9'1". So right where the ceiling is, here you have to fire block it again, and then where it goes through the roof. So inspectors are pretty picky about that, but I get my insulation guys to do it. The ventless goes downstairs. So we got this. If I go back to the front elevation, and I can torque the house around. So this fireplace goes all the way down. So on this level down here, it's got a gas ventless, and then on this level up here is the wood burning. And she changed that, so that's why I was having to. That's why, before this one was just going to go straight up, right? And then the one downstairs was going to go straight up on this side. So we were going to have two chimney caps, 2 chimney pipes and caps. And then I was going to do that fancy overall cover thing, just to make it look more modern. And but now that we only have one flue pipe coming through, I wanted it to be in the middle, and that's why I was trying to figure out these transitions to see, because these chimney pipes only come in fixed lengths, so you can't just go willy-nilly buying pipe. You got to figure out this piece right here is the most important one, right? And that's why I was trying to also figure out the offset of these elbows, because the offset of the elbows makes it go that way, and then the length of this pipe makes it go that way. And you can see I kind of got lucky where it's pretty close to the middle. Manufacturer will have installation with the fireplace. Oh, I've installed 1,000 of these things, man. I don't know how to install them. They're pretty simple. Don't let somebody tell you it's hard, because it's not. You're literally, all you're doing is you take the fireplace, and it's got double wall chimney pipe. I can't see my keyboard, I'm just guessing. There we go. Images. You see, this is it right here. You see how it's double wall? Looks like triple wall. Is that double wall? Dirt stainless steel pipe. Ours is 13 inches overall. But you see these little rims around the side? Is that a better picture? Yeah. Better picture. You see these little snap points right here? These little crimpy things? All you do is you slide the pipe over each other, and you twist it, and it locks together. And that's why he was on the phone. If you heard our phone conversation, he was like, I don't want to put these together. I won't be able to get them apart. You can get them apart. It's just a pain in the butt. But you can see this was 12-inch pipe, and I'm dealing with the 13-inch pipe. But it's easy to put. It's actually pretty easy to install. It's not difficult. I mean, the guys who do this, I mean, we've put fireplaces. Every house I've ever built, we've done our own. We install the fireplaces. I've never hired anybody to install them for us. I'm surprised they let you have bins like that. Looks like it would catch soot. No, it does. Even if it caught soot, it would the arrestor the cap has that wire screen. It's called an arrestor, and it puts the soot in jail. But there's the elbows. Where's my thing? There's the elbows I was trying to draw, but the dimensions they were giving me didn't make sense at first, because they're, I mean, it takes a little skill to take dimensions on something like that. And any other comments or questions? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, once you've installed one of these fireplaces, you realize how easy it is. And honestly, the fire blocking is the most difficult thing. And keeping all your clearances, all that. The actual installation is easy. If people knew how easy it was, they'd do it themselves. I mean, it's nothing. You're just literally taking a pipe and you're sticking it on top and twisting it. You can kind of see in the spec sheet, and I always download this is what you're talking about, Jennifer. Let's see, was it you that said the installation? Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is the cut sheet. I have the other sheets, I just haven't imported them. But you see that little rim right there is the little snappy rim, and you literally just take the pipe and stick it on there and get it down on and twist it, and it locks in. It is a little trouble because you have to hold up the outer piece and then reach in and grab the inner piece and get it locked in first, and then you slide the outside piece down and then twist it. So I mean, it's not that easy, but mentally, the mental faculty part of it is easy. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to put one in. The main thing is you have to know the code while you're framing it. So while we were framing the house, I had to have clearances around the box and around the chimney and all this kind of stuff. But I was gonna see. I really want, and I'll take this time. I got a little time, but really, what I was gonna do was draw. I was gonna draw these. Like I was gonna go like 6.5. Probably wouldn't be that hard now. And draw 36. And then I come in like a 1/16 of an inch. And come back down, and then let's see, give this in perspective, it looks better. Yeah, and then I was gonna make that a group. See, and then I was gonna actually build this thing. Then I was gonna take and 50.5 by 27.5. I was going to draw me a, what am I doing? 57.5 by 27.5, and then it comes in, I think they come in about 34, there it is, 34.5. So 17, oops, where is this? 17.25. well, I come here and then I go 17.5. Wait a minute, what was it? 17.25. 17.25. 17.25. Now I should have deleted the other one first. Gonna zoom in now. So see, then this point goes there, and that point goes there, and then this comes up. Now I can use my, let's see, what was it? I want to draw this 49 5/8. Wish people would quit texting me while I'm trying to do a YouTube. And then this thing is, I remember most of the stuff. This was 6 inches. This was 4, 28.5. That's the actual firebox. And then it goes in to within a couple of inches of the back. So if that's it'd be like 24, like that. And then oh wait, actually I remember that, yeah, the last time I drew one of these I took this out and then I just brought this back in. Wait, make that additive 2, and then I just yeah, anyway, you get the idea. And did I lose the bottom? No, I didn't lose the bottom. So that would be kind of the thing, and then get rid of these things. That's going to get rid of that though, isn't it? I'm not going to worry about the back right now. So then you come in 9.5. And you go to the middle. Where's me a vertical line? Yeah. Like that, and then you got your 13 inches. Oops. 6.5. And I think, pretty sure this comes up 6 inches. What was it? I have to call him back. He's my customer out in Phoenix. That's 55.5. So if I just come here, what was this? 55.5. Then I can bring this up like that. And then that also can come in like a 16th. And then go in to here. And that's kind of that. So I got 30 minutes, but I need to get ready for this other meeting. What I was going to do is make this a group, and then I was going to set this over here. I was actually going to do this. Yeah, see, the firebox is going to have to be, and that's the other thing I told her when she wanted this fireplace, was that it's deeper than most fireplaces. Most of them are, I think, you got to be an inch off the wall. Most fireplaces will fit in a 24-inch cantilever. So we framed this 24 inches deep, and this fireplace is like 27 what was it? Wrong picture. 27 and a half, and most you can get them that are 24 inches, or that will fit in they're like 22 and a half or something. So this is it's pretty big fireplace. You can see it's how much bigger it is. Yeah, you see, some fireplaces 42 is the actual. Wait a minute, something's weird here. 50 and a half. Oh, brother. Yeah, that's not right. See, talking on the phone messes you up. That's more like it. That's closer to the original size that I had. Anyway, what I was going to do was, I was going to draw all these pipes and stick them and do it 3D, but now I've run out of time. But I had to do it in 2 dimensions first because I had to figure out what the offset this way was going to be. So I had to do it in 2 dimensions. And then I was going to take all these parts and I'm going to, because in the future I want to have all these parts drawn like this. I'll have a little catalog of pipes, and then I'll know if I have to do an offset, I'll know which ones to buy, which parts to buy. Oh, you didn't hear the part straight up, because originally the reason we had this big 8-foot fireplace in the first place was we were going to have 2 chimneys. One was going to come up from downstairs beside it, and I was going to have 2 chimney pipes sticking out. Well, she decided to go with gas in the bottom part and add these wood boxes on the side. So now I wanted the pipe to come out in the middle. So I'm the one that, I didn't want the pipe to come out. Because the fireplace, the chimney is made 8 foot, so I thought it would look weird if the pipe didn't come out in the middle. And I'll show video of all this as we're doing it. That'll be fun. I can follow up with a video. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. I do. I like the interaction, and I like the comments. That makes it enjoyable for me, so I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. I have to get ready for another meeting. The guy calling me is the guy I gotta have a meeting with. Thanks, guys.